If you are a teacher teaching from home, or if you're a business person who needs to make videos at home, you may be surprised that many of the things that you need to do green screen can be done on your Apple Mac with things that you can find at a Dollar General or a Mr. DIY, any kind of discount store. I'm going to give you a tour, but basically you're looking for things that are this color of green or blue, like a yoga mat. Those are the two colors that can work really well in Apple iMovie to make some pretty nice green screen movies. I'll show you some more things in our next video. Okay, so here are some of the things that I got at Mr. DIY here in Malaysia. If you live in Malaysia, they're all over the place. If you're not in Malaysia, it's similar to the Dollar General, a dollar store, many discount stores around the world. So the first thing that I would suggest buying is one of these from Mr. DIY. Quite honestly, this is nothing special. I'm not using it now at all, but this is a pretty inexpensive way to get a remote control, which will control your camera so that you can, using Bluetooth, turn it, pause the video, and that way it's always the same. So it's not moving from one shot to another shot. What else do I have in here? I think here's a simple towel for drying. We're looking for things roughly this color because in general it's not going to contrast with your clothes, so that's traditionally what people have been using for green screen. At DIY, if you ask them to look around, if you don't see it right away, there are green curtains that work. They're not perfect, but they work. I would suggest buying two. They're a little bit thin, and they also reflect a little bit, so I choose to have two, and that way it's just thick enough that I'm not seeing the wall in the background. Quite honestly, I forgot some of the things that I bought. This is only if you have maybe a landed apartment, or maybe if you have access to go to school. Maybe you can get a big unused piece of wood or something and make your own background, or something smaller if you're playing with little figurines or something to reenact a story for the younger kids or the older kids. So they have spray paint that is quite inexpensive and almost the right color. You can get it to work. Look for little things. I think this is a pencil box, but I knew that if I was going to do anything with figurines or numbers or anything like that, I could use this as a backdrop. So think about the scale of what you want to work on. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. At one time I felt like I was going to need, here's my receipt, I didn't spend much money on any of these. I felt like I was going to need to use something like this instead of clamps to hold down my shower curtain, etc. Depending on obviously what your washroom looks like, you may need something to hold it down, and I actually thought this was pretty reasonable. They do have clamps. I don't think I bought it in this. Stop. I'm wrong. I bought these little clamps, so I probably won't be needing this. So that was a bit of a waste of money, or maybe I'll return it. They have clamps that are very reasonable. I don't remember the price, but it's at DIY, so it wasn't too expensive. And let me look what else I have. Even something, especially if like picture you print out in color, or you make your own little creations to reenact some storybook. They have this, which I believe is for gardening, maybe for pruning and reshaping branches, etc. They have these that can help you. So basically, be creative. There's so much stuff at DIY that is close enough to the color of chroma key green that it will work. Also, I did forget to mention a whiteboard that they sell at Mr. DIY works wonderfully, and I believe that they have whiteboard markers, or you can find them at Sports Direct at this extremely good price.